Good morning, everyone. I'm Julie. I'm here at Sister Mediums. I'm in our beautiful studio this morning, and I'm here to welcome you all for your mid-month June Oracle card reading. Once a month, Daniela brings you an angel card reading at the beginning of the month, and every month, mid-month, I bring you an Oracle card reading. And what we do as spiritual mediums is call upon our guides, our ancestors, our angels, and all of yours as well, and really just ask for some guidance that we need moving forward, whether it's to move past a certain situation, to help us move into new situations or new experiences, and to guide us on the next chapter of our lives. If you're not following us already on our social media feeds, that would be great. Subscribe to our newsletter where we'll send you monthly updates as well. I'm going to get right to it. I'm using 4 different decks today. A couple of them I haven't used in a while, so I'm excited to get back to them. The first deck that I'm using is the Mystical Shamans deck by Alberto Vivaldo and by Colette Baron Reed. Can you see that? The lighting's a bit bright in our studio this morning. But that's the first deck that I'm going to be using. And I've asked my guides what it is that we need to focus on this month as far as our inner work, our inner selves, looking deep within. And the first card I pulled is the completion card. Fantastic card from that deck, because completion to me always represents that we're either ready to move on to a new chapter in our lives, or we really need to reevaluate what's still lingering and what we're holding on to so that we can move on. For some reason, snakes always give people the heebie-jeebies, I want to say. They always look at it like a negative or a bad representation, and I'm here to just tell you that that's not true. Snakes often represent a really good vibe in your life, and it's the shedding of skin. It's as one layer sheds, a new layer is ready to be emerged or to immerse from with this snake. And the 4 points, they always represent the cardinal directions. For me, that's you reevaluating what your fears are, what you're holding on to from your past, what's happening in your present journey, and where you're going in your destiny. Don't be afraid to close those chapters, especially when it comes to close friends. And I want to even say family members. A lot of our clients in studio talk to us about the fact that sometimes the people who are the closest to them are the ones that bring them down, or the ones who have that heavy anchor, or who hold that heavy anchor in their lives. And that's okay. I'm not saying you have to cut ties with those people, but absolutely recognize when that energy is not good for you, and close those chapters of the drama that maybe they carry that doesn't even belong to you, so that you can complete that phase of what you've learned from those people and move on to that new chapter in your life. It's a beautiful card. And again, when you see that snake, sometimes it's just a quick instant reminder of, oh, maybe I'm shedding some skin this month. Maybe I'm ready to release something and let something go so I can move on to something better. Beautiful card. I'm really happy with pulling that one this morning. Also resonates with me myself. The next card that I've decided to pull here is from the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. Again, it's really light in here. There you go. You can see it there. Rebecca Campbell is a wonderful, I want to call her, she's a soul teacher. She's an author, just a wonderful woman with a lot of intuitive material to pass on to others. She's great as far as books goes as well. So get on reading her if you haven't already. The card I pulled from Rebecca's deck is the No card. And again, this card is... apologize for that. Maybe I have better lighting over here, but it's the No deck. I'm going to try to get or focus in as best I can here on that. It says wait, postpone, pause, and just simply say no. Again, we put ourselves last all the time. We talk about self-worth. We talk about what's important to us in life. And when people call upon us and, say, hey, can you help me do this? And hey, can you help me do that? I think naturally we just want to be that person and jump towards things and say, yeah, I can help you. And sometimes we have to just say, no, I can't. I have to do something else first. Daniela and I were at a charity event on Monday. And if you're watching this, I'm so happy that I wrote this down. One of the first clients that I sat with told me that someone passed on a quote to her that said, after me, then you first. And it really sat with me, and it resonated with me so much, because we are also those type of people who constantly put everybody else first. And I stopped and thought to myself, no, you know what? We have to put ourselves first. We can't pour from an empty cup. And so just don't feel guilty when you have to say no. The flip side of this card is, I know you can see here, there's some lightning, definitely a pyramid, a triangle. To me, that always represents three pillars in your life or three people of strength. There's also mountains in the background here. And mountains represent the climb. They represent challenges that you might be facing. And so there's a reason why you also may or may not have been told the word no recently. No to me always equates to new opportunities. Lightning usually represents power. And sometimes it's us recognizing that we don't hold that power. The power comes from the universe. And so it's really on the universe's time as to when something's going to happen for you. Right in the middle of the card here, there's some stairs. Stairs to me just represent a steady progression moving forward. And sometimes you're going to have an uphill climb, and it's going to take some time for things to get there, or it's going to take time for you to get there, and not without challenge. And other times it's a smooth transition. The other thing, with lightning is, I just wrote a couple notes here down. Lightning also represents and reminds us that, when something happens really quickly, sometimes it awakens a fear in us, and we should stop and listen to that fear, stop and listen to what's holding us back, but also pay attention to the fact that no means regrouping. And when we have a setback in life, it's a good opportunity for us to sit back and to say, why am I being told the word no? What can I reevaluate in my life so that going forward, I'm understanding and I'm trusting that I was being told no for a reason. Oftentimes we look back and say, oh, okay, I understand now that the timing wasn't right. Well, I understand now that maybe things wouldn't have worked out the way that they were meant to work out had I taken that path and forced that door open when it was clearly being told to me. So again, it's also sometimes for you to just sit back, reevaluate, take some time so that when you are given that yes opportunity, what's happening is that you're diving right in. Okay. Another great card here from Rebecca Campbell. Third card that I'm pulling for you, and this is another favorite of mine, of pulling it from the Earth Magic deck. Okay, I haven't used this deck in quite some time. It's by Stephen Farmer, and I guess because the full moon tends to fall around this time of the month too, I like to reflect on Pachamama and the cards that she has for me to pull, or has me feel guided to pull. And this particular card that I pulled is the Lotus Flower. And I love this card. It's all about unfoldment. It's about you sharing your gifts with other people, one layer at a time, as you're ready to recognize and accept them. The cool thing about the Lotus Flower, and I'm not sure if you've heard this story or you understand the growth of the Lotus Flower, but the Lotus Flower itself has a cord, or I want to say a stem attached to it, and it can go up to 3 meters deep in water. And every night what happens is that lotus flower that's sitting on top of the water surface gets pulled back down into the water. And to me, that's always a representation of, let me rest, let me rejuvenate, let me kind of think over or ponder what's happened throughout the day. Also having faith that you'll be guided back to the surface and ready to open up and have that emergence here. It's also nourishment. And when that cord or when that stem is sitting, it's sitting in muck. And so it's a real opportunity for this flower to show how it can immerse or emerge itself out of sticky situations. And I truly believe that with everything that we go through in life and the hard times and the hard challenges, there's always something to look forward to. There's always a new day. And in this case with the lotus flower, it's very easy to be able to see here that there's a new opportunity every morning in daylight when that flower opens up. The other thing about this card is water usually for me is a representation of cleansing and reflection. And so when we look at, the things that have happened to us throughout the day, and we look at the good and the bad and what we can change and what we can't, it's a good opportunity for us to just reevaluate and put into line all of the energy around us, what we want to change about our surroundings, and also about ourselves and that inner reflection. And as far as cleansing goes, this is a great little tool. And I don't know how many of you may or may not have heard or practiced this, but when you're taking your showers, whether it's in the morning or the evening, look at that water representation as a cleansing. And just when you're in the shower, ask to be cleansed of all negativity and all heaviness that's kind of surrounded you throughout the day, so that you can immerse and so that you can emerge into who you are, and give your best light to other people. Again, that enfoldment card is it's amazing because there's so much that we have to share with other people. I want you to just go ahead and start doing that. The last card that I'm choosing for you is from the Archangel Michael deck. If you have watched my other oracle card readings, I like to end with an Archangel Michael card. He is the Archangel of protection, and so I always feel it's great to have a card for the month. In this case, for you guys, for the month, to be able to focus on and to say at the end of your day. This particular card is decide to be happy now. And I'm just going to read what it says to you on the bottom here. It says, "Thank you for helping me open my heart and my happiness, joy and bliss. I'm now willing to see all of the goodness in my life." And I kind of look at this card as, don't wait for a reason to celebrate. Don't wait for someone to tell you that you have good news on the way. Celebrate the little things in life. See that new sign behind us? It's an addition to our studio. It says gratitude on it. And that's just because Daniela and I really try to lead a life of gratitude. It's that whole when you have an attitude of gratitude, it brings more to you. And so it's celebrating all the little things too, not just when big things come, and living that life of gratitude and being thankful for everything that is being brought to you on a daily. I want to thank you for joining me this morning. I do want to wish you blessings on blessings. Have a wonderful day, and be happy, have gratitude, and share your light with others. Bye.